Welcome in everybody to another episode of the Underground Runaround. This is episode number 28. I'm your host Brad Ross here with my co-host Pav Daddy. What's going on, brother? How are you?
How's it going?
And another day.
Doing good.
Another day. We got a pitching duel live right now. But it's not a duel because of analytics. But Spencer Strider through I assume he's done. It's nothing in the bottom of the sixth between the Cardinals and the Braves. Strider, 12 strikeouts, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 innings, no run support. 100 pitches, so I assume he's done. And then on the other side for the Cardinals, Liberatore went 4 innings, and now Jordan Hicks is on in relief, throwing 102. And it's one of those games. Who knows? 4 innings out of your starter, though. I love it. I say that with the utmost sarcasm for those of you on the audio platforms.
That's the new norm.
Yeah. Oh, we're only a minute into this, but just because this is a hobby relevant show too, fuck the backyard fakes. Just throwing that out there. Why not? I just wanted to get that out there because we're gonna cover that later. But anyway, we do have some good games going on, man. Double headers, all sorts of stuff. The Mets are up on the Marlins, 10-0.
We're closing in on All-Star break fast, dude.
Yeah. The futures game rosters were announced today. Let me pull those up. We can talk about that.
I want to. You better be ready next week. I want to hear your picks for Cy Young and MVP and all that stuff.
Yeah, I might be late on that. I'm leaving town. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know
That's
if
all
we're
right.
doing a show next week for anybody listening. Who knows? I do plan on taking some equipment with me. I do plan on working a little bit at nighttime when I'm on this vacation. So, um, yeah, we don't know the status of the show. This show's 2 days late. For anybody who was actually anxiously waiting for it, apologize. I did get a message or two, so we appreciate all 6 of you listening out there. It's fantastic. Um, but as far as the futures game goes, the
How's
Ross,
Pab's internet tonight?
I don't know.
He hasn't been watching. I got fiber, dude.
Yeah.
I got 1 gig up and down, baby.
Oh,
I'm good to
I haven't
go
been on.
now.
I'm not on the chat. What's up, Finn? Oh yeah, Finn. Finn, you want to hop on? What are you doing? You want to hop in here? I'll send you the link right now, buddy. You can join the show live. We could talk. I actually was going to ask you to do some talking soon, just because you've been on whatnot and whatnot. Oh boy. Anyway, you don't have to though. Let us know. You're more than welcome. The futures game though. Some surprises. I'm sure there's some big what do you call those? Snubs. I'm sure there's some really big snubs. I'm not prepared to talk about that, but there's a lot of big names. I don't have all the minor league stats in front of my face. But the biggest one, and I'm gonna go in hard right away because I mince no words about this. It's all good, Finn. Darren Baker making it as a representative of the Nationals at I think he's at high A. He's only hitting 260. I mean, at high A. I mean, come on. Uh, uh, he's the man. I don't know. I've always said it. Like, he just seems to me like he's a privileged player, like because of who his dad is, and his dad's fantastic. But I feel like the only reason he's even getting a shot at pro ball is because of the pedigree. So then to see it escalate into an all-star appearance, I mean,
What
I'm just a guy sitting here on a microphone, so I don't like to criticize people, but there's gotta. I'm sorry. I feel like there's more deserving players.
what is the criteria to be able to make the like?
I don't know how they're
Is
selected.
there anybody from AAA that's
No,
on, or is
no.
that like too far
They
advanced?
they have their own game, I believe.
Yeah, I wonder what the criteria is for being able to make that team.
It's only a 7-inning game.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's across all leagues. There's AAA players on the roster.
So my question is, was Alec Burleson in that game?
I don't know. They haven't
Is
played a
he on
game
the
yet.
roster? Is he on the roster?
No.
No. Are you aware of Alec Burleson?
Plays for the Cubs, yeah.
He is a AAA player for the Memphis Redbirds, St. Louis organization.
Okay.
Bats left, throws left.
Uh-huh.
He's got 16 home runs and 60 RBIs. He's hitting 341, a 949 OPS. He's 23, 6'2", 212. It says he plays right field. Who plays right field for the Cardinals right now?
The Cardinals have a ton of outfielders.
Right. How the fuck do the Cardinals always have such good guys coming out of nowhere, dude?
I don't know.
All the time. Guys you've never heard of just come up. You know, if they're coming up through the Cardinals organization, they're going to be pretty good if they make the major league team. They got it figured out, dude. They got somebody smart working there, scouting these guys.
Isn't that what every organization wants?
You fucking want it, but you know how it's true. They get guys. I think more than most teams that I see, because we get tons of hype guys, right? You hear hype guys on different teams all the time. The Cardinals get guys that aren't hype guys that come up and are just solid baseball players.
So it says 31 of the top 50 players on MLB's top 100 prospect list are playing in the futures game. But it doesn't say like how they made their selections.
Right.
Because we know just because you're on the top 100, that doesn't mean if you're 30th, that doesn't mean you're the 30th best performer at the moment.
Do you only get to play once?
I don't know.
So like if you played in the futures game last year, maybe you don't get to play again this year. They get all new guys.
I would assume maybe. I don't know. I really don't. It doesn't say, or I mean, maybe it does somewhere, but now's really not the time to try and figure that out. But yeah, it's something. It's something, all right. But you're fucking everything up, dude, because I'm trying to talk about this year's fucking roster, and you want to start talking about the fucking rules and regulations and all this bullshit on what's required to be the roster. And all I want to do is congratulate the guys that made the fucking team this year. You're like, well, what does it even mean? How do you get there?
What does it mean?
Can you do it more than once?
Is it even worth anything?
Who picks them? I will tell you this, though. The tickets to the game are super cheap. Because I went to the Home Run Derby last year in Denver. And I wanted to go to the futures game too, but the wife wasn't gonna let me do all that on a family trip. You know what I mean? So the futures game tickets were like less than $10. You know, so on the secondary market. So I'm sure you could buy them. You know, I don't know why anyone would not want to go to that, especially if you like collect baseball cards and stuff. If you're a prospector, like that's your all-star game of the future. Watch 10 years from now, play 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, play 5 years from now. But like, it's like a lot of names. Like, it seems namier than usual, though. Is the whole reason I even wanted to talk about this game at all, Pav. So thanks for making us fucking look up.
Like namier, like there's more letters in the people's names. Like
yes,
name.
like Jason Dominguez. 2 S's. You know what I mean? So, yes, actually, namier.
I see people beating up on him. Is he not having a good year?
He's like 260 at high A. He's 19. Yeah, if that guy's not hitting 350 at all times, people are going to call him a bust. He doesn't even get the opportunity to develop. So I hate the Yankees, and I think the guy's overpriced in the hobby. But yeah, as far as the critics are concerned, I'm not an idiot. They're going to dog that fucking guy, and he just hopefully he doesn't pay attention to sports cards or anything like that. Like hopefully he doesn't, because he doesn't need to be listening to shit like that from internet idiots. You know, like let him learn how to play professional baseball. He's 19. Just leave him be. You know, he did bad in April. He did really good in May, and then he kind of tapered off in June. So who knows? Who knows? But Oscar Colas is on the roster with George Valera, Matt Wallner for the Twins, Anthony Volpe for the Yankees, Spencer Steer for Minnesota. This cat Rafaela, he was a Bowman guy for the Red Sox. Nick Pratto, he's a switch hitting first baseman. Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles. I mean, there's a ton of guys. Emerson Hancock pitching for the Mariners. Jack Leiter is there, of course. Dylan Dingler and Shane Langeliers are catching for the American League. Then you go over to the National League, and it's the same, man. It's big names. Zach Veen, Robert Hassel, Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubs, Jackson Chourio for Milwaukee, Corbin Carroll. That's just a loaded outfield of fucking top-notch baseball card prospects. All of those guys are good, like, good buys at the current, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not endorsing any of them. I'm just saying I don't think you could go wrong if you wanted to take a shot on any of those guys. So the infield, though, Ellie De La Cruz, who's the second best seller in 2022 Bowman, right behind Khalil Watson. I pulled a blue refractor out of his today. $1,000 card raw for a blue refractor. So and at this part of the world affairs and the state of the hobby, $1,000 raw baseball cards are pretty intense, or like pretty impactful for that guy to sell for that. But along with that, in the infield, Darren Baker, who I was already kind of taking shots at, Ezekiel Tovar, who's been a big time under the radar guy for the Rockies, I think, in terms of prospects in general. So here I am shooting him off if you haven't got on the Ezekiel Tovar train. Miguel Vargas for the Dodgers, Mason Witt and Jordan Walker both for St. Louis. Cade Cavalli, whose baseball card sells really well, pitcher for the Nationals, because pitchers just don't sell for a ton. Bobby Miller for the Dodgers. He's the Dodgers are another team like that, Pav. How do they always have talent in their minor leagues? How? Bobby Miller is a legitimate pitching prospect. Good pitcher. Yuri Perez for the Fish pitching, as well as Jared Schuster for Atlanta. Atlanta seems to always have pitchers coming up, too. They don't always necessarily translate at the MLB level, but some of them do. You know, they hit on enough of them. Right, enough of them. And they always have more coming, it seems like. Catching, though. Henry Davis, former number 1 pick. Diego Cartaya, Francisco Alvarez for the Mets. I mean, there's a lot of good catching talent coming up, too. Adley Rutschman hit his first home run in Baltimore tonight, just for factual data.
Mm-hmm.
What's with all the Volpe hype? I don't know. I have no idea, Finn. We got in the chat. We got Finn, big-time hotshot YouTuber Finn. Since we're on YouTube, look at him. There he is.
Looks like he has pop. I think people just like his pop. He can hit home runs.
Yeah, but people like Wander, and he doesn't have as much pop. That's what kills me. The hypocrisy of the market. People try to justify anything.
Is that stuff coming down yet?
I mean, I don't know. It never should have went where it went. Where it went. I mean,
I never saw that. That's what it kind of. I don't know. It's one of those things. I feel good though. I feel like I got that one right. I knew. I watched Julio Rodriguez, and just like you saw the way he played, I was pretty confident he was going to have a little bit better year than Wander.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought it was nuts because, you know, Wander really did well last year. I mean, he's doing okay this year, I think, but he was hurt for a little bit, and
Yeah, he's a good baseball player. That's not the argument. The argument is that
Right.
when you're talking about those price levels, you got to be a fucking top 5 baseball player, and he's not top 5.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, but they have to have something. As far as the card market is concerned, they just have to have something to push the product. So everybody gets behind whoever is just randomly asserted as the number one guy. So they held him back all last year because he's so great. He's gonna sell a million. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
all these guys made opening day rosters: Abrams, Torkelson, Bobby Witt, Julio. And then more have come up since then, and everybody goes, "Oh, Topps Chrome is gonna be the best selling thing ever." I'm like, listen, Topps Chrome is a whole nother argument for a whole nother day. But all I'm gonna tell you guys about Topps Chrome right now is, listen, it's a fucking rookie auto pitcher product.
yeah.
Don't think you're gonna hit these top. Even if there's 10 big name rookies, you might get one in a case, like a whole ass case. You're gonna get duplicate autos of people that aren't even on big league teams, because Topps Chrome is home of the rookie auto. That's what I think it even says that on the box somewhere, or in previous releases it has said that on the box. You will be lucky to get one veteran autograph per case. If you get more than that, you are just absolutely blessed. So when you get that third year Anthony Banda on card fucking veteran autograph, throw the rest of your fucking case in the garbage. you
I'll,
know,
I'll trade you for all your Anthony Bandas.
this is just the thing. I'm trying to get in front of this right now, because when
Fucking
it comes out,
stupid.
people are just gonna be throwing thousands of dollars at it, and then that's fine if you want to do that, but do not bitch afterwards, because that's what the internet will be for a
Go
week
to
after
any.
that. Is people bitch about how
Yeah.
brutally awful Chrome was to them and how bad their fucking asshole hurts. Like, you did it to yourself. I mean, we tried to
Yeah.
tell. Last year, I literally sat the first week of Chrome out with allocated cases in my house. That's how strongly I felt about how badly overpriced it was. It was the year of the COVID call up. It was the worst year for autographs in the history of anything. There's so many non major league rostered autographs in that product, because they all made the 40 man, because they all pitched 1/3 of an inning in 2020 because of all the restrictions and all the COVID list players, all the players they went through just to get through the season. So Chrome is not, you're gonna hit 10 Spencer Torkelson autographs. Like, yeah, you're gonna get one. You're gonna hit Bobby. You're gonna hit Julio, but it's not gonna be, not everybody and their mom's hitting them. Like, you're not going to hit one out of every blaster. It's just temper them expectations. Don't let your expectations be as high as the prices, I think.
I think update's going to be where it's at if PSA keeps
I think
the
updates should be
prices low.
solid. I don't know. I
If
don't.
PSA keeps if all of a sudden we get $15 subs, $18 subs,
Yeah.
dude.
Hey, let's get into that too. We have some live viewers on YouTube. PSA did announce just an hour or two ago that I believe it's for all of July. They're doing 18 card or $18 submissions with a declared value of $199 or less, with a 150-day turnaround, and you can drop them off at the National, or it said you could send them in yourself. So it looks like they're just running a special this month. $18. Holy shit, dude! I said I never thought PSA would be under $50 again, because they could.
I thought 20. I thought 20 would be where we saw Bolt go again, but we'll see. I really think that we're seeing a slowdown in submissions, like a significant, and that this is why we're seeing prices drop like this and stuff. I think just like current market conditions in the economy have given people, that little bit of second thought about
Yeah, just enough
submitting
pause.
cards or buying cards or anything like that. So I think we're going to slip into a serious buyer's market in the sports cards. And it'll be good for collectors again, But who knows? Like the problem is that fucking wax is still insane.
Wax is going to get worse before it gets better too.
I
I'll
don't
elaborate
I
on that
don't
in a bit too.
understand it. You can try to fucking
I'll
tell me
explain.
about it.
I'll explain why. I will.
Oh my god.
I know the answer to the wax problem, and it's just
It's
going to take time. That's the answer to that's the solution. But here's the thing. So I guess we'll dig into this. I wanted to say something, but I forgot what it is we're talking about. But I'll explain what's going on with the wax, and it's not hard. So wax is overvalued, obviously, 100%. There's more wax buyers than there are single buyers for what's available, I think. Everybody wants sealed wax. Everybody wants sealed wax because there's this. Excuse me.
wax is I would say wax
Every
is traditionally a safer investment.
Everybody wants sealed wax because there's this assumption that no matter what, as long as it's sealed, it's going to go up in value.
Right.
That's not true. If
Right.
the wax outprices what even a breaker, and by even a breaker, I 100% mean yes, a breaker. And if that hurts your feelings for the hobby, I'm sorry, but you need breakers. And I don't say that just for me, but they move high end products. No normal individual is walking into a store to buy a $1,000 box of anything to themselves.
Not only that, no one's going and buying fucking cases like breaker.
Right.
Breakers are definitely needed in the industry.
They help the singles market, and they help people that only deal in singles too, because without them, or us I should say, then you don't get those cards out of the boxes. With that being said, there's so many shitty fucking breakers out there. There's great ones too. I mean, there's a lot of guys I love. We've had them on the show. There's more I would love to have on the show. There's ones bigger than me, there's ones smaller than me. There's really good humans out there in the hobby, but there's so many bad ones too. Or there's enough bad ones that it puts a bad taste in your mouth. But with the wax, there's more to that. There's more to that problem. So I need to continue to speak on the topic. So with the wax, being overvalued and everybody's hoarding it, I've seen a lot of people dumping wax lately, like big people, like all sorts of people trying to just dump it. Like, hey, I'm like openly saying I'm taking a loss on this to move it. So that tells me one of two things: like, A, your credit card bills due, or like your fucking loan payments due. Because why would you take a loss on something that you thought was going to be guaranteed money? Because they're never going to come out and say the truth. Like, hey, we're losing money. We need to sell some of this shit so that we can make a payment, or whatever the case may be. Nobody's ever going to say that, but it's always, oh, this big purchasing opportunity, or whatever. I don't know. You always see it, but I've seen a lot of wax dumped lately, and it's wild because I think people are just hoarding it, and then selling it when the market puts a number on it for them, where their profit number is just insane, and they're like, okay, I'll let it go because I'm going to make 400% on this fucking one box or this case or whatever it may be. But now there's not people willing to buy it at that same frequency because it's at a point where, like, even for breaking, like, wax is just stupid. How can I put any numbers on top of whatever I have to pay for the product to make it worth my time and give customers a good value, like, without having to raffle or mini or razz your entire fucking case? Because those are the only people selling the high-end shit, it seems like, or people that are fucking razzing their nuts off just to continue to fill. And I'm not dogging it. It is what it is. But now, with all that being said, we realized wax has gone up too. To me, what that says to me is all hobby collectively agrees, without even saying it, that we've all pushed wax too high. It's too high because even the people that are sitting on it, if it's worth X amount, they still can't sell it for that because there's just not the market right now. So it went too high. Wax is starting to come down. Here's the issue that compounds the problem. The manufacturers are just now catching up to all that extra money. So now they're finally charging what they should have been charging a year ago for the pre-order price based on what it was selling for in the market. So now this wax is not going to have the same room to come down because these pre-order numbers are insane. Like Triple Threads baseball is like, I want to say $350 a box at factory cost. Like, holy fuck. It's like $7,000 a case, like factory. It's just absurd. And I don't know if these numbers are not exact. So I'm not speaking in exacts for anyone out there who listens to this later. It could be more, it could be less. I'm not here to do that. But I'm giving you a ballpark number. This is not. It's very close. Let's put it that way. It's very close. It's more than $6,000 a case of factory price, which is absurd. And that's for an 18-box case. So cut in half. That's like, I don't even know what I sold last year's for. Let me see if I have it. See if I just have a.
So you got a big problem too is that
Oh, that's a picture. Damn it.
It's not following the singles market.
Right. But it just takes that long for the manufacturers to catch up. Because you have to place like Topps orders. You usually place 6 months ahead of time. Panini's a little closer to release, but you make your requests way far in advance. Like I've already put in orders for update and things like that. We don't even know who's going to be in it, but you already have to do. I mean, I've ordered stuff all the way that's coming out in December, so, or at least that's what it seems like. So now they're going to have to get beat up and realize the stuff's not selling at even their prices. And then that's what it's going to take to bring it back down to like collect their prices. Because I was in business as a breaker when it was a collector thing, you know. So I would love for it to go back to that because that's why I got into it. I didn't get into it for the fucking hype and the douchebag Lambos for a triple fucking logo, man, that nobody cares about and looks like absolute dog shit. I don't care.
2018 was a good year.
It was, yeah.
That's when it was a lot of fun. You know, we had a lot of fun breaking a lot of shit, pulling a lot of cool cards.
And we've talked about that before. The prices, how cheap the prices were on everything.
Yeah.
21. No, I don't have my triple threads prices from 21. What about 20? I should have it for 20. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so for a 9-box case in 2020 of triple threads, I charged $2,600 for the whole case. You got some terrible feedback going on now, okay?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Hey, how you doing?
It's good now. It went away. But that was I actually made decent money on that case, which I don't make a lot of money.
It's crazy to think about because when you like, you know, triple threads, a lot of it's all sticker autos, right?
Majority of it, yeah.
And like, you know, I like triple threads, to be honest. A lot of it was really good, but like, you know, a lot of that stuff just doesn't have the value the triple thread stuff. It just like on the secondary market, the singles, you can traditionally go buy a bunch of triple thread singles for really good deals usually.
Finn, I don't know the answer to your question. So Finn's asking for the audio people. Said, when was the last time a Bowman or a Topps Chrome hobby was below $100? I want to say they were like 100. Topps Chromes were like 150 in 2017. So I think Jumbos were 250. Because 2017 Chrome was my first break. First ever break I did was when 2017 Chrome came out. And Jumbos were around 250 in like retail price. Think about that. Aaron Judge rookies, Chrome. That's when I started breaking. $250 for a jumbo box. What do you think that'd be today? What's a 2017 jumbo Topps Chrome box go for today? I guess that's the question. But in 15 Bowman was a really bad year, or 15 Bowman draft, I think. It was a real cheap product. It was under $100 a hobby box, even after release. So I mean, we're not too far removed from that, and I don't necessarily think we're gonna go back there. But whatever, I don't even know what Topps Chrome is pre-selling at right now, but whatever it is, it's way too much, guaranteed. And people probably hate me for saying that stuff, but it's the truth. Like business people, Topps Chrome.
Yeah, I don't think that's what's hurting the market right now.
Steel City has it at $880 right now for a jumbo for 2022 Topps Chrome. Diamond Cards is $6,550 for a case.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's more than it was last year, and I said last year was ridiculous.
It's been sitting right at that, right above 6,000 for a while now too. That's fucking crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. And then I don't know what it's. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take. Yeah, for one box, Finn, $8.50 pre-order. It's like a Bowman box now. It's like Bowman jumbo pricing.
Yeah, I don't. Get your picture autos, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my god. How can you
800
even you
850
can't open it. You
eight
can't open it.
$850 to hit 5 fucking pitchers, and only 2 of them are even on the major league roster. That's what's gonna happen.
And it's see, and that's a product that it's gonna soften on the secondary market because people will start opening them and fucking finding those picture autos.
Mm.
Like this shit sucks. And oh man. It's just crazy. You can't do the you can't do the singles market right now because of this. It's
No,
killing
I
everything.
think the singles market's the only market to play in right now.
I mean, like buying singles secondary market, but I don't
Like
like you can't open product and keep singles.
yeah, that's tough. You could in Bowman if you hit Ellie or Khalil Watson, but I'm firing up consignment in a couple weeks. It's been I've been putting out low key invitations. Like it's gonna be invitation only until I make sure all my bugs or kinks are worked out. I got a guy that I'm bringing in to help. Where we're gonna ramp it up operational wise, and I'm actually I just looked at my books and stuff. I'm doing better than I thought. I really thought I was like severely in the red, but I'm like right where I need to be. So I assume that's going to get a little worse just with how things are going. So we're going to ramp up consignment and see if we can make up the difference there. You know, you get another set of hands on board, and I think it's going to be good. The grading, doing the grading cards for people is not my cup of tea. I think I could service the hobby and like help individuals in a much better capacity, helping them sell and then collecting, you know, and making the taking the money part out, making it easy for them. You know, everybody wants to get paid, but nobody wants to list their cards. You know, it's tough.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about that for a long time, but I got a guy that's gonna come help, and people who know me know the type of service that I provide. So I think it's gonna be a big W when we get it rolling. But we're getting that going, and then we're just gonna shelf grading cards for now. But I do love what PSA has going on with the opening of this July thing, the $18. How do you beat that?
It'll be the only thing to do anymore.
How do you beat that? And even at 150-day estimated turnaround, where they say the turnaround's not guaranteed, that just means to me that they're getting caught up. You know what I mean? Like I said, I thought they wanted to create a secondary backlog, but they're not even clear of their backlog, and they're already making all these offerings because they're just, and to your point, I just think they're getting less. But we have to continue to watch the registry updates too, because I think that gives you pretty concrete evidence as to how many cards they're grading, but it doesn't give you a good look at to what their backlog is. So actually, I guess the card registry wouldn't really help you, because even if they graded the same amount of cards they graded last month, that's just because they have a million cards
Right.
and waiting, you know. So until they don't have a backlog, that's actually not going to give you any type of real data on how many cards are even being submitted. But $18 to grade a card again from the most valuable resale slab. Like, you don't have to. I'm not saying they're my favorite company. Not saying that at all. I'm not saying that about any company. I'm not picking favorites, but there's no denying the fact that a PSA 10 is the king.
It's the most reliable for like value wise, right?
Right, right.
You know
For
what it's worth. Market stability is better for PSA graded cards than any others.
yeah, it seems that way. Seems like it's not changing. But now, with all that being said, if our assumptions if our assumptions are correct, that less and less cards are getting submitted. Oh.
20 card minimum.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading Josh Cohen Sports. His group PSA sub, he said, unfortunately, there's no group submitter pricing for their July special. So that's why they're charging $3 more per card than PSA's price. But that's still a good deal, 21, to have another company do it for you. I'm not endorsing him. I actually don't know him. I've never used him, but I'm looking at what I'm looking at, and even to charge more than $18 to not have to do any of the shit yourself is great. I hated doing it. I absolutely despised doing that data entry for like getting your cards graded, because nobody will send you the exact. Well, some people will, but not everyone will send you the exact parallels and tell you exactly what the card is. So here, if you don't know what it is and you don't know the exact parallel type and this and that, at least as far as it worked for CSG, you had to tell them everything. So like whatever you gave them is what went on your label. You have to go fucking look it up. I get these like 90s cards. I'm like, I don't know anything about this stuff, and like it doesn't look like a base card. I'd spend hours doing that shit because somebody wouldn't send me the sheet, and I'm just too nice of a guy, honestly. Because I after the first sub I put on there, anything that doesn't have all the required information will get returned to sender, but I didn't have the balls to do it. I'm like, oh, yep, I'll do it. And then once I dug into it, I'm like, man, this is such a pain in the ass. It's not that it's a pain in the ass to do one, it's doing hundreds of them. And they're all different sports, different years. It's like, holy shit. I'm good. We'll do that when we're selling cards, not when we're trying to enter them into a computer. Because and that's the thing, it's not so much looking all that up, it's the way you had to enter it. You had to like click here, and you could type here, but you had to click over there. It was like, come on. There's no real good method to doing it. But that's what I got going on. So we talked about the futures game. I'm excited to watch it. Futures game.
Are you aware of that Jordan Walker?
The Cardinals guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What product is he in so far?
2020 draft, I believe.
He was in 2020 draft.
Yeah, I think he was. And I want to say he was the 18th overall pick, just because that's ingrained into my brain. Matt Schwartz from
21st.
21st. You're right. You're absolutely right. Matt Schwartz from FCG, the grading card company. He bought a personal case from me in 2020, and that was one of the guys he was chasing at the time. He was trying to do the rainbow, I think, and I hit him one, but I think it was a color. I don't remember what, but
6'5", third baseman.
Oh, I thought he was an outfielder.
Oh, see, they got the other guy that nobody even knows about, who's tearing it up in AAA.
Yeah,
they got too many outfielders now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They're only 4 games above 500. How the fuck, dude?
So while we're still talking about the hobby,
yeah, I
Leaf
know.
Trinity tomorrow. That's big time. It's my favorite. It's my top 3 unlicensed products by far. It's probably in my top 10 of just favorite products, period. Leaf Trinity's nasty. But Prism Basketball comes out tomorrow, even though it's late. It's, the beginning of next season, and we're just now getting Prism. Same thing with Prism Football. It's all late. Trinity, check that off. We talked about that. Chet Holmgren, NBA guy, has been having his people pull cards of his off eBay. So I've been seeing that on Twitter. I don't have the exact story in front of my face, but let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so it says this guy tweeted, he said, I'd like to know why Chet Holmgren is allowed to cancel my eBay listings. Seems like a huge issue. And then he tagged Tops if you're making his cards and I can't sell them. And then it says, hi, and this is the eBay letter. It says, hi, eBay username. Warrior Card 65. We had to remove your listing because it didn't follow our VERO right of public policy. Infringing on rights of publicity is not allowed. What activity didn't follow the policy? Your listing was reported by the rights owner listed below because it is infringing on their right of publicity. To sell this product, you must first get authorization from the rights owner to use their name, likeness, or persona in your title, description, or images. What you need to do next. Please ensure that your current and future listings follow this policy.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and it says, what is the policy? It says, your listing was reported by Chet Holmgren for violating their rights of publicity. eBay's Verified Rights Owner Program offers intellectual property rights owners a way to report listings that they believe infringe on their rights. Offering products that infringe on a person's rights of publicity, name, likeness, and persona is not allowed. If you believe a mistake has been made, you need to contact the rights owner directly. So this guy has to get a hold of fucking Chet Holmgren to say, hey, dude, what's up with...
What's this fucking douchebag gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know. That's wild. So does that mean you can't sell anybody's cards without their permission?
Is he gonna want money? Yeah, but I mean, only if they fucking make a case for it, right? It's like
someone else tweeted that it happened to them as well with a different screenshot. So he's not the only one that happens to.
That's pretty crazy, dude. So, like, what if that guy starts asking for money? I want 30% of what you sell the card for.
That's crazy.
Makes you sign a contract. He's gonna have his thugs come to the card shows.
But hey, not only that, that's gonna crush
that fucking table down.
His cards will be absolutely worthless if he's the only one that does that, or like if he continues to do that, because he would have to have done that. Like, how else could anyone do that on his behalf? And like, I went to his Twitter, and I don't think anybody even said anything. Like, I don't think he's said anything about it, or maybe he's not on Twitter. I don't think he's on Twitter. Maybe he doesn't want to be on social media. I don't know. Oh, no, he is on social media. Never mind. He's here.
He's probably some activist fucking pussy little bitch.
If he's signed...
We're going to get in trouble because you said his fucking name.
No, fuck that. Pull this fucking episode. I'll make another one. Fucking...
You can't put it in the title.
Het Cholmgren, whatever the fuck your name is, you know what I mean?
Come get us in our fucking 10 viewers, motherfucker.
So on June 13th, some guy tweeted, snagged some new NIL approved Zag autos off eBay and tagged the 3 guys he bought. And Chet Holmgren retweeted it, but didn't say nothing. He just retweeted it. That was before the draft. I don't know. That's just fucking weird, man. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. Unless he's some fucking... I'm telling you, what if he's just some activist motherfucker that doesn't like that his stuff is worth money?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why is my signature with... Yeah, I don't know. You know how fucking people are, dude. Weird motherfuckers.
It makes me want to go open my Bowman U basketball box, though. See if I got any. I got the 101, you know, I can't sell it. Chet, you want to buy your own card from me, bud?
Send it to auction.
That's nuts, man. That is nuts. So yeah, along with that, so we got that going on in the hobby. We got another big thing, and it's apparently serious enough to talk about it. Because what I found out this morning, I wasn't going to talk about it on the show. But now, what I read before we started the show means I'm gonna talk about it now. So, Topps Definitive came out yesterday. Definitive Baseball, and it seems to have created a buzz for the wrong reasons. And it's gone unreplied on Twitter. So this is all by the Twitter handle Spitball Bros. And they don't have many followers. 200. They're, it doesn't look like they're anybody. Joined Twitter in February of 2020. But the card is an Austin Meadows Randy Arozarena card. So I'm going to share my screen. Let you guys check it out. So here's the card. I'm not going to show you guys what their signatures look like, because we should all know what their signatures look like. But this doesn't look like either one of those players' signatures. They're regular signatures. There's a couple things. You can say maybe Topps requested that they spell their whole name out, like in like proper cursive. Maybe that's a request because it's a super high-end card. I don't know if that's even a logical thought. I don't know. The other thing is, this person also said, I just ordered a PSA card. Quick opinion on this one. In their original tweet, they deleted it because they said nobody could stay civil in the comments. But here is a video with almost 10,000 views of the actual pull. And then it says, Topps support said their licensing and auto teams are currently investigating the matter. So Topps has actually contacted these guys or responded to these guys in some way.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
What's it look like to you?
So what it looks like to me is I've seen some things. Everybody wants to show you the regular Randy auto. Yep, cool. I get it. Look, there's a real good side by side of them.
Yeah.
With 100% without a doubt, it's not Randy's traditional autograph, but there are images floating around out there of some Randy's signed baseballs, some in-person signed balls, and they look good. They look right for what that is. So I'm just
except on the signed balls, he didn't loop his fucking Z.
I'm not oh, here we go. Yeah, no, you're right.
He didn't loop his Z.
The pen could have came off or something.
No way, dude. Because something else is too is like somebody noted that Austin Meadows full signature, but if you look at that card, look how he dips off the S on that. Can you find another Austin Meadows where he dips off of the S?
I don't know, dude. That's crazy. That's why we're talking about it.
I don't know.
But yeah, this is a good one right here, though. The side by side. We're still.
Look at how he loops that Z.
If you're listening on audio, you just go to YouTube. You can look at exactly what we're looking at right now. Yeah, and the same thing here. I mean, but this is a marker
it's
versus
way
a pen
different.
Too.
Look at the A. Look at the A into the R after the Z there.
But there's a break right here. This other one's fucking marker. How can you talk about differences? It's all smudges together.
Look at the A. Oh my god. I don't know, dude.
This RA right here is fine. This right here?
No. After in the Rosarena after the Z.
But let's just start here. That looks all right. But even the R looks like shit on this baseball. Like signing a baseball versus signing a sticker. I don't know, man. I really don't fucking know. There's the meme though.
Yeah.
There it is. This is Photoshop, by the way. You can
obviously
you can tell it's clearly scrubbed with Photoshop. It's fantastic though. I love it. But that's it. But this is the card, man, and this is another one. This is a different one. One of my customers hit this too. So that's real wild. We will keep you updated on this situation going on.
That one's totally different too, on the signatures.
Yeah, there's a huge break right here.
This
Z loops the other way. Look at that. It doesn't even loop back this way.
Look at the S. See the S on Austin? It doesn't have the drop like the other one did.
I didn't even look at Austin Meadows' name at all.
Yeah, if you look at the other one, it's got a big drop
I'm
on
just
the S.
looking at this
What
one.
the fuck is going on?
Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
This is wrong right here. This one, without a shadow of a doubt, is fake. It looks 100% fake to me, because exactly what you said. So now we have this example. This is the worst one. This Rosarina is terrible. This is awful, and it's the exact opposite of the other one. The other one loops back this way, but it looks like it's the same person who signed it. So clearly they don't even know how to consistently fake it. Yeah, they're learning how to fake on a $2,000 box of cards. That's the issue. It's a $2,000 box of cards that sold out from Topps instantly.
I can't believe it, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, look, this Z goes this way. And it doesn't go through. It breaks. So this guy was fucking doing it for Topps.
Look how the R is.
I know, but
different.
This idiot that is signing for Topps, Topps pick the sign, hey, blah 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 blah.
Look at the capital R on that one, and look at the capital R on the other one. Look
but here's the thing.
Insane.
If this is all true, Randy's got to be in on it too, because he's tagged in here. Like, you're telling me dude couldn't fucking... And I'm following him. I love Randy. I'm a big Randy fan. How's he only have 12,000 followers? That guy's a baseball playing motherfucker in the playoffs. I can't wait for October.
He's on Tampa Bay, dude.
I know. But, like, he got tagged, so let's see if he's even active on Twitter. Maybe he doesn't get on here. Oh, he hasn't done anything on Twitter since 2021. Okay, so he gets a pass. He's clearly just not even on Twitter.
Oh, my God. I hope, Topps is going to come after us if they see this shit.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? It's very suspicious.
Holy shit.
And there's reasons to be suspicious. That second of Rosarina's, the Z's backwards. Come on. That just sold it to me right there. I was going to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Uh-oh. Phil Hughes tweeted, let's just maybe walk Devers. Did he do something else? No, he did not. They're still losing.
St. Louis and Atlanta's tied 1-1.
It's ridiculous.
Fucking the White Sox are losing to Detroit.
Nice.
Oh, God, dude. Chris Bryant hit his first home run of the year.
Yep. Schwarber. Did we talk about that? Schwarber hit as many home runs as June as the entire Detroit Tigers team.
and the Tigers are beating the White Sox.
Yeah, and the Tigers are beating the White Sox. Isn't that wild? Schwarber hit 12 home runs. The Tigers as a team hit 12 home runs. Yordan Alvarez is raking. Absolutely raking. He had another home run today. They played this afternoon.
Yeah, I do got to beat up on Finn a little bit because he talked about Julio. Julio finally woke up. Dude, Julio Rodriguez is having one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in.
Yeah, he just had.
You can talk about April hitting a lot of home runs and fucking, but like Julio Rodriguez, his numbers this year, if he hits 30 home runs and steals 40 bases as a rookie, it's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet.
We might see some guys, man. We're right at most teams are just past their halfway point, so we may see a 50 home a couple of 50 home run guys. Judge should get there. Schwarber and Alvarez could get there. Alonso and Trout always have that possibility.
These are the months.
Buxton,
I do right now.
Buxton has even maybe a better chance than some of these other guys because he's only played 64 games and he's hit 22 home runs. So if he stays healthy down the stretch, which is highly unlikely, poor guy can't catch a break. But there's some people, man. Holy cow! There's some nice offensive seasons. Alonso's leading it with 69 RBIs now. While Soto's only hitting 234, he still is leading the league in walks by a landslide. He has 69 walks. Next is Kyle Schwarber with 51. And here's the other thing. Soto's walked 69 times. Yeah, he's hitting 234. He's only struck out 54 times.
Yeah.
There's nothing to panic about with Juan Soto and those numbers. He's just in a bad team. I'm sure that's not good for his head. All this talk about trades and all this extension talk. I mean, the dude just probably wants to play baseball and get the fuck out of Washington.
So, and 839 OPS with a 231 average.
Yeah. Yeah, where does that put him? Like, even hitting as badly as he's hitting, he's still 30th in OPS. And I mean, we're talking by just single-digit numbers, which in the top tier of baseball players. There's like 20 guys in the 800s in OPS. Alvarez and Goldschmidt are the only ones over 1,000 or over 1.
Judge will probably hit 50 home runs, huh?
He should. He's been off the last couple days, I think. Lower body. Maybe just some rest. I don't know. Alejandro Kirk has been having a big time breakout season for the Blue Jays at catching position, no less.
This is going to be a great run for MVP this year, man. If Alvarez and Judge keep pushing.
Yeah.
Both on winning teams.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking good, dude.
What's interesting to me is if in the National League, if Alcantara can keep pitching the way he has been, he could be in that talk too for MVP.
Yeah, but I think Goldschmidt, dude.
I know, but Alcantara's having a fantastic year. 2 complete games. I don't even think the rest of the league's drawn 2 complete games. 107 strikeouts, 0.91 whip. I mean, it's real good. Real good stuff.
Paul Goldschmidt's having his best year ever.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane what he's doing now.
But he's got to do it for the whole year.
He's leading the majors in hits.
Is he or is it Devers? Is it?
He is. He has 104.
Nope. Changed that today. Devers back on top with 106.
Okay, let me.
Goalie's only got 1 tonight. Get your shit current, baby. This is a current show. Current. Devers took 2 days off. Still got the lead back. Sorry. Go Devers.
Go Devers. And we told everybody forever, dude. Devers is a stud.
I know nobody wants to listen. Hey, that's
his stuff was so cheap. That's the thing. Even when the market was fucking insane.
Yep, he was a $30 card. Yeah,
and it was like it doesn't make sense because he's so good and he's on fucking Boston, so that market's gonna be there.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. See, James Conn passed away today.
Yeah, that's a bummer, dude.
Yeah, dude. Big R.I.P. James Conn. Shout out James Conn.
Yeah.
And the family, Not that they'll ever hear it, but, respect. Ugh. What else?
Yeah, he was actually a really good football player.
No idea. Me.
Yeah.
Zero idea.
He played college football and stuff. And that's one of his breakout roles was obviously in Brian's song.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
So have you've seen Misery, right? It's a Stephen King.
No, I don't think so.
Oh fuck, dude. That's a pretty wicked movie, dude. You should give that a watch.
Yeah, I'm probably have to check it out.
He's like a writer. And he meets an overzealous fan.
Oh, you know why Brett hasn't been here? Because he still hasn't watched that movie. He still hasn't watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's what's happening.
Oh fuck,
Brett's dodging us now. Shout out to Brett. He's on
dude.
vacation. Vacation of dodging.
There's so many like movies that my kids ask me all the time. You know, they want to watch comedies, and like there's so many comedies that I want to watch with them, but I can't watch with them yet. They're not at the age.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want something that's gonna make me laugh out loud. And it's like, I can't show you the good stuff yet, man. I'm sorry.
How old are they?
10.
Oh, I was watching the good stuff. I was watching the good stuff with my grandparents at that
Yeah,
age.
look at us. We're fucking pieces of trash.
Yeah. Well, I remember so when I was a kid, before I lived with my grandparents. So my grandma took me in when I was 12, but before that, I would go over there on the weekends, and we lived like an hour away, so they'd come pick us up. But usually on Friday, we would go to the library and rent movies, or maybe it was Saturday. It was Saturday because my grandma said if you rented it on Saturday, they were closed on Sunday. You got to keep it for an extra day.
Right. Right.
So, I remember being like 10 years old watching like the fucking Tarantino movies and shit with my grandparents, like my sisters too, but like, From Dusk Till Dawn, like watching that with your grandparents is awkward. Like, holy fuck, Selma Hayek is hot as shit. Oh wait, she's a vampire. All right, spoiler alert. Sorry, but it's like,
Yeah.
this is just getting outrageous, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Yeah, I was a little kid watching that shit. Desensitized from the jump. You got to pull the band-aid off, Pav. I'm not condoning anything inappropriate to children, by the way, but discretion. If it's funny, it's funny. Shit, who cares? Who cares? If it's fucking funny, it's funny. My parents before any of that happened, we didn't I don't remember having we didn't have any type of luxuries, but I think we had satellite, but I don't think we paid for it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, my parents were able to put we had like movie channels and shit though too, but they were able to like put a lock on it. But my oldest sister was just smart enough to figure the lock out, and I don't know how she did it, but she said it was my dad's fucking PIN number for his car. I'm like, goddamn, hell yeah, you got it all figured out. I'm like, let's go. So they thought they were slick trying to keep us from it, but we're on HBO every day anyway. Like, just had to relock the TV before the parents came home. It was easy.
Yeah.
They were never home. They wouldn't even remember if they left it locked or not. So you'd just be watching. They try to lock. They even locked like they tried to be parents, but they just weren't good. Like they locked MTV. Like. And that was back when it still played music videos. Like, that was back before it was even what the hell it is now. Like, just because some of the music videos they didn't want to. I'm like, come on, get out of here. Anyway, I don't know how we got there, but we seem to do that a lot. It's kind of what we do here. So thanks for tuning in. Went from Alvarez raking. That's what's on my notes here. Alvarez raking to stealing the PIN number to get into the TV.
Yeah, we're getting to see some really good. We talked about it before. There's some guys are putting up some really good numbers. It seems like guys are getting back into the groove of baseball again.
Yeah.
Those last couple of years were fucked.
I think we're getting all that behind us. Yeah, no doubt. But I guess news, because we haven't talked about it. Manfred, my favorite guy, said he wants to have those robo umps by 2024, and he would like to expand to 32 teams.
Right, and we talked about locations for the extra 2 teams.
Oh, so we did talk about this.
Not on here.
Oh, okay,
Just,
I'm like,
just
don't
be you
fuck
and
with
Brett.
me. Okay, don't fuck with me. It's got to be Nashville and Montreal. I mean, without a doubt.
Montreal. I don't think Montreal. I think you're fucking crazy.
That
dude.
was the number one thing
them.
on Saturday. Fox Baseball, the primetime baseball, they did the poll during the broadcast, and they had like 7 cities up. And
I can't believe they'd fucking again.
I don't agree either, but I'm just saying that seems to be the spot.
You don't like Vegas, huh?
I just think Nashville, and both teams have AAA teams. So
Nashville, I think you could do one in Nashville and do one in Vegas, because then you got East and West.
I'm good with that too. I'd move. I would literally probably consider moving down to Nashville. I have no shame in saying that I would be willing to root for. I'm not saying they would become my new team, but it's a new team. That's fair. Anytime there's expansion, I think anyone's willing to be able to. Anyone's allowed to jump on that fan base. It's brand new. You can literally say I'm day one. I've been a fan of them since day one. I mean, you don't have to explain. Why are you a fucking Nashville baseball fan? Oh, I fucking liked them since they opened up. You know, they had a cool logo. I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna go watch them suck for 10 years. You know, whatever it is. But we want to move anyway. You know, like where we live now. Like I'd move down there. Like we could go be
So
baseball.
my question is, would they do a division realignment or what?
Probably. I mean, probably because then you're gonna have unbalanced divisions. So you might see like
4x4.
Yeah, or 2-2. Like hockey did the radical one when the Vegas and all them joined. When
2-2.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like just 2 divisions.
Oh,
because they want to have 1 million playoff teams anyway.
So that's how it used to be.
Right.
You used to have East and West.
Yeah, it's just going to be East and West. That's what I would assume. And I only say that because they want to have 1 million fucking teams in the playoffs, and the easiest way to avoid people bitching about who got snubbed from a wild card spot is to just have less divisions.
Let me see. When did they change that?
Because otherwise, if you stay with the 3 now, you know, you're going to have 5, 5, and 6. And I mean, they did that for a while too, though. With the Cubs had 5. The Cubs had 6 teams, and the American League West only had 4 until the Astros went over there. The Central had the Astros in it. That was a weird quirk for a while. But like the Cubs used to be in the East, right? Back in the day. Yeah.
1995.
Finn says North Carolina would be dope. I agree with that too. But they have a bunch of see, my wife and I, we've looked at like everywhere on the continental U.S. to live, and North Carolina has really good weather. They have good climate. They have minor league teams, but that state's spread out too. I assume because of the mountains. I've drove through there to get to South Carolina, but I don't really know much about it. But yeah, Nashville. Vegas is obviously a prime one, but that doesn't seem like an expansion. That just seems like Oakland's just gonna say, "Hey, AAA team, we're moving you because we're moving into your town." Like that seems like an easy thing to do. But with an expansion team, you know what that means? It means more minor league teams too. Like that's a baseball expansion is more significant than another sports expansion because it's really 5 teams and your whatever rookie stuff you have going on, rookie programs. So you're basically like 6 whole training staffs or 6 whole coaching staffs. You know, like that's a lot. 6, not 1, 6. 6 whole fucking teams. You need a MLB team. You need a AAA, AA, high A, low A, rookie ball team. You need it all. But that provides opportunities to like middle-sized cities too. Like a baseball expansion is probably economically a good thing. It brings jobs. Like I mean, it might just be seasonal jobs, but how many jobs do you think that, you know, how many employees does a single major league organization have?
A lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Like it might not be jobs for every person, you know, like people in that directly in that community, because a lot of them are specialized jobs, but it's jobs. It's a good way to look at it. It's the way I want to look at it.
Hey, there's a lot of vendors and stuff, man.
Oh yeah, plus all that, yeah, all the vending and food and all that shit. Yeah, that's a good opportunity for medium sized.
Lots of tourism.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get affiliated ball around here because Gary, but
you're too close to Chicago anyway.
I don't know, dude.
Really, I think they want them 2 hours away. Hour and a half at least, I'd say.
I don't know. I really don't know. We're not going to get one just because you have South Bend and Indianapolis. All the big like named towns have them. Gary has independent baseball, and it's not even a big. It's not even a city anymore. I don't think. It's fucking dump. South Bend is pretty much a dump too, and it has the South Bend Cubs. It's a beautiful field though. They did renovate it 3, 4, 5 years ago. And what else? What else? Indy's got the Pirates, the AAA, the Indianapolis Indians, who didn't change their fucking name, but Cleveland did. So, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? No, like, what the fuck? It like annoys me. Like, don't say you're changing it. Like, say you're changing it because you just want a new name. Don't say you're changing it because whatever. When you got minor league teams, you got the fucking Pirates. Yar! Pirates are offensive to fucking people who rob ships. Come on. And then their affiliates, the old Indians of Indianapolis. You know why? Because it goes together. Not because we're trying to offend anybody. Good old Victory Field. But yeah, like for us in our area, yeah, I don't know about any like suburbs. Chicago, they have the Chicago Dogs in the American League or the American Association in the indie ball. They had Joliet had a team back in the day. I don't know if they still
Right.
do. But yeah, they've had teams in the
Peoria had a team.
yeah. So we're not going to get one here in Indiana, but if you get 2 expansion teams in the US, that's 12 new fucking or it's 10 new watchable to the public games cuz I don't think you can go watch like rookie ball, right? I don't think you can go to like instructional league games. I don't think there's any fans there.
Right.
I think it's just at like their spring training complexes, ain't it? They all have like
yeah, it starts really late. Yeah.
So, but that's still you get 2 new teams in the States. That'd be incredible. 10 new cities would have baseball. Maybe not. Maybe you're not getting MLB baseball, but if you don't have it now, I have no idea, Finn. I would have to assume there'd have to be some goofy ass expansion.
They do an expansion draft.
What did they do with the Nationals?
You get to protect so many guys on your roster.
I would assume it'd be the whole like how many from the 40 man get left unprotected. Or do you get? I think you'd have to like offer up some guys. I don't think if every team got to protect their 40-man roster, that would be a very uncompetitive team,
Yeah.
Or a team that's just not ready and a team that's going to get outclassed. Or they would just have to sign nothing but like I don't remember the Marlins. I don't remember any of that. Yeah, but the Rule 5 draft is for people not on the 40-man. And the kicker with that is they have to stay on the big league team or they have to get offered back to their original team if they want to get optioned to the minors. The Rule 5 draft's a cool thing, though. I like the quirkiness of it. I like the quirkiness of a lot of the way baseball stuff works. But that is an interesting topic. Now, that's the thing we didn't talk about is robo-umps. What do you think?
I don't hate umpires as much as I think a lot of people.
Oh my god!
A lot of people really dislike umpires, but I think it's nature of the game.
Yeah, it's the human element.
If you look back at like the Kerry Wood game, right? The 20 strikeout game, that ump is giving them, 3 inches off the plate. So like,
don't use this as an example.
But it's part of the game. That's part of the game. That's an in-game adjustment that you have to make. Kerry Wood made the adjustment. He recognized it and exploited it. And you as a hitter have to fucking recognize that and adjust as well. So if you don't adjust, then I mean you're just not that good. So I think it's part of the game. I think it's a huge part of the game that I think what'll happen is, I think you'll see a lot more walks. I think like once because batters will become a lot more aware of what the legitimate strike zone is,
No, absolutely, 100%.
and pitchers will get squeezed where they
Yep.
won't get as many
Right.
strikes. So I think you'll see a lot more walks.
You're gonna see more walks, and you're gonna see pitchers getting like it's always been. Umpires are gonna call strikes in favor of the pitcher more than they're going to call pitches that are actually in the zone balls. Because that's the other argument you hear. You're like, oh, yeah, the pitchers get screwed all the time throwing pitches for strikes. The umpire doesn't call. Like, no, that
Right,
doesn't happen nearly as often as an umpire calling a ball a strike. So, yeah,
right,
you're going to see walks go up. The hitters are going, the elite hitters like Juan Soto and some of these other guys that already know exactly what the strike zone is. I mean, they're going to, they're never going to take a strike, called third strike.
right.
Like you're gonna see the elite hitters never get caught looking unless they're absolutely fooled.
So I think that will help bring up batting averages.
Yes,
All of a sudden, you got a smaller zone that you have a
but
really solid understanding
the
of.
zone should get a little bit higher. I would think. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I
not
like
saying that umpires don't call the zone correct, but I'm just saying
they're
maybe
pretty fucking close.
they
You know what I
are. They
mean?
are.
They most of them call at least 90%. So like
Well, they all have to now. They got those fucking umpire report cards for every
yeah,
home plate guy after every. It's
yeah.
ridiculous. Like they're not even allowed to like fuck up. You miss like 4 strike calls a game, your percentage is like 98%, and all of Twitter wants your head. Like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Go try that. Anyone who wants to criticize an umpire, I would venture, I would love if the MLB, in an effort to push their opinion, and I don't want to see robo umps, but just in an effort to let people get closer to the game. Like, hey, come out and like stand behind this guy throwing a bullpen, and just tell me if that was a ball or a strike. You know what I mean? And let's see if you were right. Oh, you were wrong. Shut the fuck up. You know how hard it is to make those calls? Being a home plate umpire in Major League Baseball, like for a national game, has got to be a nerve wracking thing your first few times doing it.
Right.
Oh my goodness. They're going to just ride the shit out of you. You're expected to be absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And even the ones like you miss 3 or 4 calls a game, like big deal. Like, damn,
I
you
want to
did
see
it.
how they do it.
You did a good job.
Are they just going to rely on cameras?
I don't know. I don't
I want
know.
to see how they do it.
And I feel like the zone has to fairly adjust with every player because not with height,
It's
like
going to be
Altuve
interesting.
and that. Yeah, like I don't know how they implement it.
Right. So
Like,
like if
or
you're
is it just gonna
using
be like
cameras,
you have the home plate umpire behind the plate and he makes the call, and then if he's right, nothing, and then if he's wrong, he's like, oh, just kidding, ball. They said it was a ball.
yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting.
Fucking batters would be taking out those
They're
cameras
gonna
real
have
quick.
special jerseys that they're wearing or some shit.
I have no idea.
You're gonna see guys making modifications to their jerseys so that it adjusts their strike zone.
Yes.
I don't know. Like you got to think like if they're like you said, it's gonna differ for each batter, right? So
Yeah.
if you made a jersey and said, okay, the lettering has to be at this point, right? So the shorter guy, so the strike zone starts at the bottom of the lettering. So then all of a sudden you see teams start fucking moving the lettering down on these fucking guys' belly buttons and shit. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see
It'd be
how they do it.
absurd.
It's gonna be I don't know, man. How do you do it? And like that's the thing is if you're using cameras, how do you use the cameras so that they're the same at every ballpark? Because every ballpark's layout is different. So if
Right, they're
you're
not going to have the same points to set up every
right,
camera in the same spot.
exactly. So it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a little more challenging than they think.
They'll have to
But
modify the
obviously,
ballparks.
supposedly they're testing this shit in the fucking minor leagues, right? Somewhere.
Yeah,
So
it was in one of the affiliated leagues. So like the Atlantic, like there's no more independent baseball. All those other leagues, like the American Association, the Cape Cod League or the Atlantic League, the Frontier League, yeah, and the Cape Cod. They're all partner leagues to the MLB now, where the MLB organizations can come in and buy the contracts of the players they want to sign. So I don't know either, but I believe one of those leagues was, I think it was the Frontier League, was trying the robo nonsense. Mm-mm-mm. Oh wow. It says oh this is very recent. So this is Fox Sports. This is from June 20th of this year. And it says this season MLB has launched so-called robot umpires in 11 Pacific Coast League AAA teams. So it's already at AAA, putting it one step away from reaching the major leagues. To improve accuracy and reduce delays, the automated balls and strikes system debuted in a Las Vegas Aviators game earlier this month. As cool and bizarre as it would be to see Jetson-style robots flying on the fields, most fans won't notice the actual device. 8 surveillance cameras at the top of the bleachers. It says, like hot dogs and beer, some argue booing umpires for bad calls, tradition at baseball games. It doesn't say more about the system. Okay, so it says, I think people have the misconception that it's going to be a robot behind the plate. I said that from the jump. I said it would never be. There will always be a human behind the plate. Lost in Space is one of my favorite shows. It's not the robot from Lost in Space back there. The umpire is going to have AirPods in, and the ball comes over that basically tells them instantly if it's a ball or a strike. Cameras are located at the top of the bleachers, detect the strike zone based on the player's height. And it shows Aaron Judge and Altuve as the examples. Once it determines whether the pitch was a ball or a strike, a robotic voice tells the umpire through an earpiece. It was first introduced in 2019 at the Atlantic League. At the core, sport is a human endeavor, and we like to cheer for our fans. We like to vilify the umpires. It's a theater of sport, and that part would be removed. That part would be lost to remove the robotic officiating.
This. Okay.
It says, he said there's not yet enough evidence of whether this technology is improving umpires' accuracy. It's good in some ways, but not baseball. But not in baseball. Baseball's an old-fashioned game, David Bard, an Aviators fan, told Fox News Digital. I wonder how accurate it is. Is it accurate? The article doesn't say anything about that.
I'm gonna send you a link right now. You can check this out. But it's a strike 3 call from the Atlantic League.
Okay.
And it's a robo ump that made the call.
Where'd you send it? In
the private chat.
Oh, in StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it up?
You can. I would get to the part though. You'd want to look at. You want to go to.
Can
to 10 seconds.
Ad? 10 seconds?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get there. We only gotta watch a few seconds.
There's the strike 3 call.
Oh wow, that's awful. Okay, so here we
So,
go. No, hang on.
yep,
There it is, right there. That's strike 3.
right. So the batter, if you watch the batter talks to the, you could see the umps wearing an earpiece and everything where he's getting those calls. What they said is the
Yeah,
robo ump makes the call to the umpire behind the plate,
yeah, he's
and then
wearing
he makes.
AirPods.
But you could clearly see the batter's frustrated with the fucking call. You
Yeah,
understand why. So like I obviously that's from last year. So maybe they're making some sort of improvements, but if that's again, if there's things like that where all of a sudden, so here's the thing, okay? Here this is where my argument's going to go, because if an umpire misses a call that's a few inches off the plate, like that call, if an umpire called that ball a strike, okay, he's not going to call it a strike again. He's most likely going to realize he fucked up. People are going to bitch and scream and all that, but he's not going to make that call again. If that robo umpire called that ball a strike, what's the possibility that it calls that a strike again? So if the robo umpire recognizes that as a strike, what's to keep it from calling it a strike again? So in that game, if you're a pitcher and you recognize an exploit, okay, this robo ump's calling the fucking strike 6 inches off the plate. If I throw it in this area, I'm going to throw it right there the rest of the fucking game and throw the pitch 6 inches off the plate. Robo ump's going to tell the umpire. At that point, would the human umpire be able to, okay, timeout? We're not going to use the fucking robo umpire the rest of this game. Continue on.
oh yeah. So nobody likes this. I don't know how this is gonna happen. So this article's from a month ago, and it says the Atlantic League was supposed to have all 10 of their stadiums equipped with this stuff for 2022, and the Atlantic League said no. They pulled the plug on it. They said
Yeah.
no, we don't want it. But then here's the kicker: during the last year during the Arizona Fall League, they used the automated strike zone, and it was an epic failure. It says the new technology is not as accurate as people make it seem. And this is from calltothepen.com. This article is from Michael Cavallo. And it says the new technology is not as accurate as people make it seem. Hitters throughout the fall league season were getting rung up on pitchers. Catchers were scooping out of the dirt, and they were getting rung up on balls that crossed somewhere near the middle of the hitter's chest. Pitchers were getting called strikes if it passes through any part of the strike zone. Pitchers and hitters both hated this new technology. It slowed down the game even more. For example, Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies played each other, and the game was called after 7.5 innings because both teams ran out of pitchers. The two teams issued a combined 22 walks. The 7.5 innings took 3 hours. This game raised a red flag for MLB when trying to implement the new technology.
Yeah.
At some point, audience and umpire just say, fuck this. We know something's wrong with it today. We can't use it today. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? These are professional baseball players. You're fucking with them. But if, like, what the hell? If it was that bad last year, why is this coming out that they want to have it ready in 2 years? Do they really think they're that close? There's no way that they're that close to having it right. I mean, they could probably blame that one particular game on.
Yeah, I don't think so, because you're going to have where you're going to have to put sensors and stuff in the balls, right? And then
Yeah,
all of a sudden the cost of the balls becomes too high.
Joe West has already come out publicly, and even Joe West, of all people, he says it is not as accurate as they're making it out to be, and this is on CBS Sports.
Yeah. I figured there had to be some video if there was guys using it in the minors.
It says they have the ability says MLB is trying out a new challenge practice in Low A Southeast with human umpires calling balls and strikes. Teams will have the ability to appeal 3 calls to the ABS system. So basically, they're allowed to challenge a ball and strike call. What's the rule in baseball? You're not allowed to argue balls and strikes.
Right.
So they're literally letting you argue balls and strikes.
They're gonna make the games take longer.
Yeah, but that would be an instant call. You fucking throw a ball 4 to walk in a run that's 6 feet outside. You could challenge it because the computer said it was a strike. If it was the same pitch we just saw in that video.
Right.
They grade these major league umpires on every pitch they call. They grade them with a triangulation of scopes so they can tell if the ball's over the plate, low, high. Each umpire is graded, given a score at the end of the game. We don't have an umpire, and we haven't in the last 4 years, who scored less than 95%.
Right. So that's what kills me is like,
right, you're getting world class of umpiring, officiating. It's fantastic, and they don't appreciate it, and they think that because these fucking analytic young kids that have ADD and can't watch anything for more than 27 seconds think that this technology is just going to magically be perfect. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. I don't even know how you think that this is possible.
You feel for those umps too.
Yeah, because
you could tell that ump didn't want to make that call, and he has to make the call.
Just strike 3. Sorry. Sorry. That's the new ring 'em up call. Sorry. Got him. Ring 'em up, baby. Ring 'em up. Oh man. So yeah, I don't know. That's something to get going. But it seems like they're not very accurate.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think so too. It still has flaws. Cincinnati. Let's see. The Reds' low A affiliate, the Daytona Tortugas. They were one of the teams that didn't have the ABS set up inside of their ballpark, so they had to umpire call balls and strikes during home games, then went to the automatic system for the road games. I felt comfortable having an umpire call strikes back there, said Reds minor league outfielder Alan Serta through the team interpreter. Obviously, he's human and he'll make some bad calls. Sometimes you want to have that automatic strike zone, but I still felt more comfortable having an umpire. There's always a home plate umpire, even when using the system. If the technology fails, the umpire will continue calling balls and strikes. An issue that rose last season is the literal definition of the strike zone. There were a lot of walks issued at the low A level, as expected with young pitchers, but the league changed to the league changed the automated strike zone mid-season. The strike zone was widened by 2 inches on each side and eliminated about 3 inches from the top of the strike zone. The first zone that I played with it was a little bit better than the second zone, where it was taller. Reds minor league pitcher James Marinian. The smaller zone is more of a major league AAA umpire zone. Just getting used to that and trying to get a feel for things that should have been strikes that weren't called strikes. I wouldn't say that it moved the game quicker. Just trying to throw a zone and guys should be getting strikes weren't strikes. This doesn't read well, and it's from Cincinnati.com. A lot of walks overall. I think it's pretty good. Definitely has ups and downs, and it needs some tweaking to do. This guy just doesn't know how to speak, because it's a quote, and fucking guy was drunk when he said this. Either way, man, I don't know. It's interesting. Let's see what happens in the future, but I like the expansion idea more than I like robo umps.
Right. Yeah, I don't think the robo umps are going to work like they
No,
think.
but to exactly your point, even if position players say they feel more comfortable having an umpire back there.
Yeah, there's been if anybody wants to, you guys can go on YouTube and watch a whole bunch of videos of really bad calls, and there's some video of managers getting kicked out of games and stuff, arguing the robocalls.
Shine laser pointers at the robot cameras, see if it fucks them up.
It, it's gonna. I just don't see how it can
How do you make them
be
bulletproof
accurate.
from the fans? Like what's stopping the fans from fucking with them things? Lights and lasers and whatever, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not
yeah.
supposed to have any of those things, but somebody's gonna do it. People can't help themselves. So fuck, dude. I don't know. You got anything else? I'm starving.
That's about it this week. Just
Yeah.
get your ass prepared for you got your vacation. Brad's
Which
going on vacation. He's gonna go and enjoy himself in Tennessee.
yeah.
He's gonna see if he could find some of those bears I was chasing around.
Yes. I'm gonna go finish what Pav started.
And I think be ready when you come back because I want to talk about our midseason. We're technically we're already midseason, right?
Yeah.
We've played 81 games, so we're there. I think we could have a good conversation on that stuff.
Yeah. Former podcast guest Nick Bennett for the Biloxi Shuckers. He will be down in Tennessee when we go down there. That's part of the trip. I always try and plan family trips around baseball. So at least I get one night out of the deal. So we're gonna go down, maybe hang out with Nick, see what's going on with that. Catch a game, watch a pitch.
You've been to the Smoky Stadium.
No,
Right?
I've never been to
Oh
Tennessee.
fuck, you're gonna love that, dude.
Yeah.
You've never been to Tennessee?
No,
Oh man, you're gonna really enjoy it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go do that. But that's it, friends. Like I said, we probably won't have an episode next week. I can't confirm or deny that until I know if my Wi-Fi is going to be any good or not. So, who knows? It's in the mountains. It could be bad. I don't know exactly where I'm at. You know, the Google Maps is lots of trees.
Yeah. You
So
should be in good shape in Sevierville. That's pretty good.
yeah, we should be all right. But quit telling the people where I'm going to be.
Oh, dude, you'll see.
I already hit up Johnny Prater. You said you went to a game with him, right?
Dude, John Prater's great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told him we were coming down there.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to the guy in a while since he went through some personal shit. But he commented on something. I said, "Hey, dude, I think I'm coming down your way next week." He said he's like 20 minutes from the stadium.
Yep.
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there next week." He's like, "Oh fuck yeah, let me know. I'll get the tickets."
Yeah.
I'll be there, man. I'll be there. I always told him. I said, "You come up here with the boys." I said, "I got you guys tickets to Wrigley." And they just haven't been up this way. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go have some fun, ride some go karts, go do tourist shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, have some fun. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Pav and I are gonna go eat food and do other stuff.
Yeah. Other stuff is
Have
good.
a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.